my family got me a rowing machine, which I never used except for a couple of times. But there was a motto in the store that made me buy the machine, and it said, "It's amazing how something you do with only 3% of your life, being fitness, can have such a profound effect on the other 97%. In a similar manner, I can now see how my partaking in the activity of Toastmasters just a few hours a month will have a pervasive effect upon my whole life, my family and community of people around me. Someday, perhaps upon completion of my 10-speech competent communication," and kudos to Bob Chua. Did I get that? Bob, yeah, okay. I've begun to formulate speeches on several projects. I've been actually looking ahead. And I would love to research, and give a speech about how dentistry affects your general health, or some of the audio books that I've been listening to, and I've listened to about 20 books in the last year or two, such as Loving Your Child Is Not Enough by Nancy Samlin on parenting, or The Outliers, Why Some People Are Outrageously Successful, or What to Eat by the Omnivore's Dilemma. And another area would be to talk about how I went from a couch potato to being respectively fit in boot camp. Now, you can just sit down because I got a little ways to go, if you don't mind. But in any case, but this is the crux of what I want to say, which is getting comfortable with visual aids. Now, I brought all this laptop and everything, and I've got this camera, and I put this. Oh, and another one is these Project Persuade with Power. I'm going to be speaking. I've been nominated to be the vice chairman of our local district dental society, and obviously you can tell that I can't really speak without notes or my projector. And so in this coming year, I'm going to be on this committee and eventually be the chairman. And using the aids, I've given this speech at the North Shore Toastmasters Club, and it's on YouTube because with this little flip video camera. And Anthony, you watch you just type in. But that's another discussion. But anyway, incorporating rhetorical devices, which is another speech. I'm going to ask Neil to incorporate a rhetorical device that I want to get practice in. Go ahead, Neil.
You're referring to the paraphrase of John F. Kennedy.
Yes.
Which goes, as you have worded it, ask not what Toastmasters can do for you, rather ask what you hope to do with Toastmasters.
I mean, that's my little rhetorical. I'm trying to use the word of the day. In any case, I hope I can learn to speak the way I remember I felt as a guest while listening to so many of you these past few weeks. David, when you spoke about Alan, your partner of 72 years, and I felt like that's your middle name, that you were speaking to yourself, the mastery of a rhetorical device in that speech. I felt like, I want to do that at some point. And I was going to mention Sarah Bates, but she's not here. So Barbara Smith, I remember you and your mom when you spoke about your mother. And, someday I too would like to deliver a well-organized speech without all this stuff. And although these speeches were several weeks ago, I remember how they made me feel. And I remember Paul Fisher, how you came in and you were out in the hall there and practicing your speech, and you came in all dressed up, and you gave a speech about being yourself, which gives me the feeling of faith for me to get up here with all this technology and things and drag all these people in here, and this is being myself. Obviously, I didn't do it the way everybody else did it. And yet, with this faith and this membership, you made me feel I can get there without my projector and notes someday. And a quote of poet laureate Maya Angelou, who spoke at Bill Clinton's presidential inauguration, expressed the sentiment in this regard. Neil, he's going to repeat. He's going to say the quote, please. Thank you, Neil.
All right. It goes, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel.
Oh, don't think I get to your core. Anyway, I hope my icebreaker speech made you feel something that you will remember. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
I just want to say, I think you really hit the ground running. You really grasped hold of Toastmasters with both hands, and I'm just flabbergasted by what you're bringing to the table here.
Yes.
With your crew and everything.
I got to do it without the notes.
I'm waiting to have to vote for you or something, or you know, you're ready for election.
We're his posse.
My challenges with them. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, and thank you for remembering items and people in Toastmaster too. That we really do appreciate it.